Hey guys, how's it going? Go See Rich here. So I'm just here doing a little bit of renos on the house. I got the room painted here, and now I'm putting on some baseboards. So I figured, hell, you know what? I'm going to show you me doing baseboards, and I'll give you a bit of a how-to if you're doing this or planning on doing this, and showing you how easy it is. So, of course, you're going to have little tight spots like that. And so what I did is, first thing I did was I actually measured this piece first, because when you have a long piece and saw, which I'll show you in a sec, it's really easy if you have a long piece to hold on to and then chop the small pieces. It makes it so your hands aren't as close to the blade, just in case you're scared of stuff like that. So first thing, of course, you want to do is go around and measure everything. Then you're going to have to decide what kind of board you want. I went with this because it's easy to maintain. I mean, and it's cheap, but it's strong. I don't like the ones with the designs. I mean, if you look at a lot of the new buildings that are going up, like the new houses, you'll see that a lot more buildings are actually using this style of baseboard. Anyway, so I don't ramble on too much. I'll show you basically what I'm doing with this. For pieces like this, I already showed you or told you, just measure it out. I usually put the smaller pieces, the long one, on the inside, and then you can butt that up and then make it meet with your next piece. Now, the reason why these don't line up right now is because I pulled this out so I can show you how I do cuts like this. As you can see, I have water heaters, water baseboard heaters. So I had to notch out for the pipes coming out of the wall. So instead of using, say, a circular saw like I did for over there, I'll show you the tools that I used afterwards, but instead of using something like that, I just used a jigsaw. The jigsaw is really easy. Then you can notch it here, notch it there, and get it in those little tight spaces. And of course, this room's really basic. It goes all the way around, and as you can see, I've already done that. And that's just with literally a tape measure, pencil. I have a really long level I've been using as a straight edge, so I can cut these straight, and I'll quickly show you the tools in a sec. This is the brad nailer. It's up to you. You can either use a compressor one, or I borrowed this from a friend. It's just an 18 volt, and they're super quiet for actually what they are. I thought it was going to be very noisy, but I mean, you could do this. I don't want to say go and do it at like midnight, but it's not hard on your ears. You don't have to wear even hearing protection. Still wear safety glasses. You don't want a brad nail in the eye. But as you can see, I've already brad nailed this one just in the corner here because I was trying to keep it tight to the corner because I was just starting just before I made the video. So the best thing to do is get that end tight and then go along here and make sure you can get the whole edge as tight as you can to here. And once you do that, you just squish her down and go to that end first, push down, throw a brad nail in the corner, and then over here, make sure you don't get too close to the edge. Say right about here, push this down, brad nail it there, and then go along and just brad nail along. If you want, you can either do ones or you can do dos. Some people will only do one brad nail. It's up to you, or you can do one here and one here, so it supports the top and the bottom, gives it the best seal. So just go along after you've cut your pieces and brad nail it. Make sure you check to make sure nobody ran wiring down here. If they did, then skip this one, just shoot in the middle. That way you don't accidentally hit power. For one, if someone did a power reload, these, you just want to make sure you're not going to hit wires. Another thing you can always do if you want to make sure you're in stud is go along here and mark each stud with a piece of tape, and then only put them every 16 inches. It's up to you. So yeah, after you've done that and you've cut out, I like to frame out my room first. Make sure you have all the pieces cut to the right size. Make sure you squeeze the piece in nice and tight. That's why I pinned that one there, so I knew that it only had to be that big. Now, there's always going to be a little bit of space. Don't worry. Like these ones, you can keep tight, but if you have a little bit of space, don't worry. What you're also going to want to pick up is, I'll turn on the kitchen here, so you can see everything's a bit of a mess right now. You're going to be picking up, if you want some DAP. I like to seal the top ends because I seal it to the wall. I'll show you the dapping process after I get all the baseboards pinned up, so that way you can see how it's done. And just to quickly show you the equipment I'm working with. If you look over here, I've just got my chop saw here, and it allows me to just do the flat cuts. I find that's best. And then for the other cuts, I just have my jigsaw, which I showed you. It's pretty simple. I mean, I know a lot of people that could do this, and don't worry, the reason why I'm doing this indoors right now is because it's raining and I've got the door a little bit cracked there, so it'll let some air out, and it's raining outside. And this room still hasn't been painted yet, so it doesn't matter to me. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and I will show you for the dapping process.
Hey guys, so this is the second half. I'm going to be showing you how to dap. Now the thing is as you can see here, with little where the nails have gone in, the little holes, you're just going to, you can either do a mount like this and just wipe it, and then wipe the hole and then smoothing it out with your finger. And then all you do is, after you've got this entire thing done, you're just going to find out what paint they used on here. It's usually a glossy white or just a primer white. You can always ask the place where you bought it from. If you got it from Home Depot, they usually know, stuff like that. So once you find out what paint they used here, just take a little foam roller and roll them. Make sure you put like a thing of tape down right here and just do it slowly. What's cool is it gives you that finished look when they're done. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do the dapping part. You're just going to need a dapping gun. Again, I'm no pro at this. I'm actually really sucky at dapping. I'm not a fan of it. So I did that portion right there. So I'm going to quickly show you how I do it. I usually have the tip on a bit of a nip, like I nip it on a bit of an angle, and then just lightly I put a small bead, just barely squeezing the trigger right along here, just so I can get that. I'm just going to do a small bead just to show you. Next thing you're going to do is put your finger down like this, but you want to do it right against the board. So it's like that. So it's a floodgate on both sides. And you're literally going to drag your finger across. And if you look, it seals just like that. And all you're going to do is, if you take a look here, you'll just continue on. Usually you wouldn't have a strip like this to connect, but I just wanted to make sure I got it in the light so you guys could see it properly. So I hope this video helps you out for putting on baseboards, and it shows you how easy it is. If you're replacing them, you can do it by yourself, no problem. Just give yourself a day. This room in here, I just did another room, and it took me about hour and a half for the other room. That's just because this one has no closets or anything. If you have closets, it all depends if you're going to go into closet and stuff like that. Anyways, if this video interests you, be sure to press the like button. If you want to see more tutorials and stuff that I've done, be sure to subscribe or just go check out my other videos. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.